Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Ormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, and I do believe Athena does got this. Or has this, I should say. Would I have my way, he would not be the only one here to step down. You, half-boiled. Oh my god, he's not going to stop with the insults, is he? Leave Athena alone. I object to the notion I'm a gooey, smelly mess. Here's the thing, it's just because you have a yellow jacket, but the yellow jacket is iconic. The color coding in Ace Attorney, always fantastic. Apollo, red. Phoenix, blue. Maya, light purple. Athena, yellow. Trucy, I would say kind of a powdery blue, would you say? Yeah, that's what I say. You know, there's color coding, and it works. It's the same thing that Sonic does. It works. Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony was like lowly opening act of a Rakugo show. He may hold the title of prosecutor, but this time he stood on the side of the defense. What's so funny is that all he did was tell the truth. And that was enough, but like he still was like pushed out of this. But I think what he's talking about is that he kind of gave us some hints and some encouragement in a very Simon Blackwell way, I think. To restore balance to this trial, I would like to present an actual witness for the prosecution. And who is this witness? The person who was with Prosecutor Blackwell when the body was discovered. She is another entertainer of Tornado School. Miss Geru Tornado. So another new character? Oh, the shoes, the fancy shoes. Oh, okay. I mean, the hair is stunning. The hair is stunning. Please state your name and occupation, witness. Oh, she's like a clown. I mean, the clown nose gave it away, but... Oh my god, with this music as well. But like... The balloon animals also is a dead giveaway too. She has like a theme of like angel wings or like wings of some kind. But the hair is stunning. The hair is stunning. And if you want to wear the clown nose, it's nice too.
Hello everyone, I'm here to represent the Tornado School with a twisty twist.
Oh my god. Oh! I mean, there's talent. A lot of talent here.
And balloon. There you have it, a stunning balloon hat. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Geru Tornado.
Is that your only thing you do is balloon animals? I mean, I can't do balloon animals, so what am I saying? But like, I can't get over how nice the hair is. I can't get over how nice the hair on this character is. Just call me Gator, sweetie. I hope no one's afraid of clowns, by the way. Okay. With the suspenders. She has a sweet smile though, doesn't she? Which means she's probably a vicious murderer. Let's get her. And I'm joking. It's just like in Ace Attorney, like, I'm like, you get to the point where like, I always feel like I go into every trial, trust everybody and trust nobody, apart from the people you love, right? So it's one of those situations where like, this could be the most evil murderer you've ever met in your life, or the sweetest sweetheart who ever lived. There's no, there's not really in between sometimes. Well, there is in between. There is a lot of gray areas in this game, but you know what I'm saying. What a way to capture audience's attention. I dare say I can't take my eyes off those balloons. The balloon animals are crazy, right? I mean, like, I always like thought that I never found it to be fun though as a kid. I don't know what it was. Maybe I just didn't have that joy for them. When they would make the balloon animals, I wouldn't even care. But the judge likes balloon animals. Please tell me you're talking about the hat drawn, or what else would he be talking about?
Oh, Mr. Judgy, I'm so glad you like my performance. Would you consider joining my fan club? Pretty please.
Oh my god. Oh, absolutely. This is already a conflict of interest. Well, save your fanboying for after the trial, Your Honor. Anyway, Geru. I can't help but notice you seem awfully cheerful for having just lost your master.
Of course I'm sad. But Shisha would scold me if I didn't put on a big smile.
So it's like a code of being an entertainer? Oh my god, here we go again.
Never show sadness. Smile, smile, smile with a twisty twist.
Okay, I mean, there's talent there. I couldn't do it.
And balloon, there you have it. One gorgeous cake.
I see. I guess the entertainer's got to do what entertainer's got to do. This is one of those tides where I feel like this is going to be a ride. This is going to be a ride and a half. Her balloon art's worse than Rorschach's test. All I see was a severed monster head. Wait, really? Is that what you saw? Geru, you're obviously a balloon artist. So how did you come to be a member of the Rakugo school? Oh, I see it. I definitely see the monster eyes and stuff like that as well.
Well, my father, my late father that is, was a Rakugo artist, you see. So I joined the Tornado School just to be like my daddy someday.
Again, she has such a sweet smile, right? Her hair is fantastic, right? The whole, like, presentation in terms of the outfit is incredible, right? but I don't know. Clowns just always worry me a little bit. I'm not afraid of clowns, but like, you know, clowns are always very sad to me. I don't know. Maybe it's because like I always like saw imagery of sad clowns growing up.
My father and I saw so much the she-show. Our master, but with that Bucky wet. Oh, how could he?
So she believes it's him.
I want to see him pay for what he's done as quickly as possible.
Your distress is entirely understandable, and my condolences for your loss. So that's her perspective, is that he did it. So we have to... So I'm guessing her testimony is going to have a lot to do with, like, that he did this. That's the baseline of this already.
And not only that, but he...
You have more to say about Mr. Wet?
Every time he comes to deliver soba to us, he yells at me.
Well, that's not nice.
He always tells me to get away.
What? That's weird. Is there any reason why he would say such a thing to you?
He said the smell of my perfume will get into the soba and ruin it.
Is that... That is a possibility, but I don't know if that could happen with perfume? Like, just in proximity? Because I know that, like in a fridge, for example, because it's a closed container, if you put, like, anything smelly in there, it can, like, get into, like, dairy products and stuff like that as well and infect them, you know?
Like, how can he say it? This is a great scent.
I mean, it's probably not the scent. It's probably he just doesn't want the food to taste weird. How very rude of him. I don't blame you for being upset. We're not Judge. Judge, I could say that's rude. You have to be impartial, okay? Excuse me, Your Honor, but please don't let Ghetto's balloons bias your judgment. Mr. Wet hasn't been proven guilty, I remember. It'll be interesting to see how long that fire of yours will last, defense. Now then, Ghetto, please share the truth with the court. Yes, Ghetto, your testimony, please. Here we go. Again, it's a really incredible design. It really is. You know what I mean? It's so well thought out. The hair is actually beautiful. It's like, besides, it's a funny design for a clown, obviously, with the rainbow stuff and the dress and the balloon hats and the nose and all this stuff. But like, I generally think that the like hair is gorgeous.
From 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20, blazed, when Shisha's body was found, Simon and I were standing in the hallway in the front dressing room.
Is that two statements? That's two statements. I guess we can press the time. Simon would be able to corroborate this, right? If he was allowed back into the courtroom.
Before Neto discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky.
We have to press it. I guess we're pressing this too.
Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Jigamu was barking like mad.
Is that where we saw there was a doghouse in the yard, right? So there's probably a dog. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have any objections to the witness testimony? So he didn't kick him out of the court. He just told him to sit down, I guess. No. Make up your bloody mind, sad monk Samadi. First you exercise me, now this. You need only do as you're instructed by a humble servant of the Holy Mother. It is crazy to see I said it last time, to see anybody have control over the actions of Blackwell. To see anyone one-up Blackwell in a courtroom in this way so quickly is insane. As there are no objections, Your Honor, let us move on to the salvation of the victim's soul. Wait, you can't just do it. Exactly, Athena, exactly. I love Athena's hold it, by the way, it's great.
Hold it.
Hey, I'm the defense attorney here, Prosecutor Samadi, and I just might have an objection or two once I actually cross-examine the witness. So what are you asking Prosecutor Blackwell for? I'm the one you should be checking with. There's a passage in the sacred scriptures of Quranism. That doesn't concern us, I don't think. I like that Athena's being forceful, though. I do. Because Athena's an aggressive character, but that's why we love her. And she's also lovely, but she can get aggressive. To stir the wind is beyond the power of a spring chick. So it's like you can't make a change. You're not going to make a change. It's interesting that we're going into this trial legitimately with Nayuta looking down on us. And in a way, I think Simon Blackwell strategically is looking down on us. He might actually be looking down on us, but he's strategically kind of being like, you know, you're new to this. You're not as good as Phoenix and Apollo. But I wonder if Blackwell knows that's probably going to light a fire under her as well. But yeah, we're coming in definitely with people doubting us already. In other words, inexperience are useless. That's not... You don't even know what we've experienced. With that in mind, it seems more judicious to consult Prosecutor Blackwell. That's so disrespectful. And of course, he loves that. He doesn't even see you as an adversary, Sykes Dono. Sykes Dono. Well, I won't let either of you insult me. Exactly, Athena. Exactly. Exactly. That's the right way to go about it. Don't let them insult you. I'll show you I'm no experienced spring chick. Your Honor, I'm ready to cross-examine the witness. I hope you can make Prosecutor Samadi see you as a worthy adversary, Miss Sykes. That seems like what the crux of this whole trial is. And that's what I was trying to, like, I was thinking last time as well. Like, this is going to be a lot of experience for Athena. And as we said, we don't doubt Athena. I love Athena. I think she's so good at what she does. But this, as you said, she's on her own. And this is the whole point of it. It's two prosecutors. One who's like technically on our side, and the other one who's up against us. Both thinking that we're inexperienced, or at least on the surface thinking we're inexperienced. It's an uphill battle, not only with the court system this time, but also with people's perception of us. I'll allow you to cross-examine, so you'd better strike with the iron while the iron is hot. So you have to cross-examine this. I think we can press most statements here. At least that's what I'm going to do. Before the murder was discovered?
From 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20 p.m. when Shisho's body was found.
What I might do is we might go back and press this one afterwards, because I think that this is like, the timing I think will be corroborated as well. Wait, but he also corroborated this as well, so we can still press it. What was the other statement? I think what we'll do is, we'll press the last 3 at the very least. Yeah, and we'll see where that goes. The fact that 2 of you were there in the front of the dressing room means you were able to see everyone who went in and out, right?
Of course. Are you insinuating that I was daydreaming or sleeping while standing up or something?
No, of course not.
I saw everything, I tell you.
She's so cheerful the way she says it too. And it is the keeping up the smile thing, I suppose. Fine, so you say. Anyway, but did you really? So we're moving on from that. Okay, that wasn't one to press, I guess.
Before Nendo discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky.
We can press this too. Only the defendant who entered around the time of the murder?
That's right. That's why he must have been Bucky who killed poor Shisho.
From your estimation. Let's take a deep breath, okay, Geru? So not a single other person set foot in the dressing room during that time?
I already told you over and over, didn't I? There was nobody else.
I must apologize on the lawyer's behalf. Even her memories that of a spring chick's. He is going to dig at us whenever he gets the chance. Please overlook her transgressions as best you can.
Oh, I see. Poor thing. Hang in there, sweetie.
Did that sound genuine to you? I think it sounded genuine from her. Unless she could be put on a big act as well, though. But like, it seems like she actually believes that we actually have a bad memory. Who you calling a bird brain, buddy? This is hard for Athena, right? Because like, I feel like it's like, again, as I said, she's on her own. She has 2 prosecutors like insulting her. She has a judge who's on the side of this gal as well, and this gal also like is like clearly, you know, so in tune with her performative side that she's kind of like just like, you know, yeah, whatever. Oh, sweetie, you're actually really dumb. So everyone thinks that right now that Athena is not capable of doing what she needs to do in this trial, when we know she's very good at what she does, and she's not only like done her own stuff, she's also been experienced in like watching Phoenix do stuff as well.
Hold it!
Jugamu?
That's my doggy. I keep him at the theater. Let's see. With a twisty twist.
You may make a balloon dog? Oh, that's actually really cool.
I'm Balloon, there you have it. Widow Jigamoo.
She does little cute like baby voices. It unnerves me. He's kind of creepy looking. I think he looks cool.
Oh, but he's a really, really good boy.
And why was Jigamoo barking? Do you think it was he saw someone suspicious? I love Athena's smile. If so, then we'd have a new suspect in this case. Oh, Athena.
Now why was he barking again? Oh, I remember. Because it was time for me to feed him.
Okay, so you had to feed him? Couldn't somebody have slipped into the dressing room? Sorry, I sometimes I just I don't know why my brain does that where I go, I'll read it myself. So I went to the yard to give him some food. Couldn't somebody have slipped into the dressing room while you were doing that?
No, the door out into the yard was wide open.
So she's saying she was able to see everything?
I was seeing if anyone went into the dressing room.
This is going very deep. Prosecutor Blackwell, come down to the stand for a sec, please. How many times must I do this? You saw what Gedo was talking about, right? So why didn't you mention it before? I can't be expected to remember every minute detail. That's the funny thing. I have a feeling in my heart, and maybe I'm wrong, that he is kind of trying to help in a little way as well. Because he is very, very detail-oriented, I feel like.
Well, remember them now, please.
Did Gedo go out into the yard? Great illustrations as well. See what I mean? Without the, again, I'm not trying to insult her outfit like with the clown nose, but like here she looks fabulous as well. You know what I mean? With the lovely cardigan, you know, and the beautiful hair without the clown nose. Again, she can wear the clown nose all she wants, but still, she looks fabulous here. I remember now that she went to feed Jugamu, and I saw her looking towards the dressing room quite frequently as well. Do you recall anything else? It looked as though she were feeding the dog a great quantity of dumplings or something. Jugamu couldn't finish them all, so he buried the rest in a corner of the yard. That's all I can remember. So, okay, we have a new statement updated. Simon statement updated in the court record. Simon's eyewitness account at the time of the incident includes additional info. It looks like Yuto was telling the truth. Your Honor, I'd like Yuto to stay... there we go. Perfect. As you wish, defense. So, can we present something as I was in the yard, but the door was wide open so I could keep watch on the dressing room. So that's what we have to, like, prove wrong. That she couldn't keep watch, maybe, if we try to have to find a contradiction in this. So would you look at the diagram? No, she couldn't have. It's literally impossible. It's not impossible, but if the bowl's here, then she's at the corner. She's not facing the dressing room. Yeah, that's fair enough. So can we present that?
Objection!
Yeah. So you were able to keep an eye on the dressing room while you were out in the yard? Is that correct?
That's right, the door out into the yard was wide open.
Sorry, but that makes zero sense. Take a look at this diagram of the backstage area. There's a clear contradiction between this diagram and the witness's testimony. Oh? I'm afraid I don't understand, Miss Sykes. Please point out what contradicts... Oh. What contradicts the witness testimony? So where would he point out? Here or the corner? I don't think they'd make us select just a random corner. So it's either... This is the door she's talking about that faces the dressing room. It's not facing here. So I guess we could try present here. Or like around this hallway. Because if we present here, I don't think they'd make us, but they never made us ever present like a line that has no designation. But I think we're trying to say that she wasn't here. Right? Because it's over here. Right? Yeah. Gato was in the yard near the doghouse. Prosecutor Blackwell even saw her there. And while she was out there, the door to the yard had been left open. I see. Yes, so the door to the yard was wide open, as Gato said. Oh, that's a different way of looking at it. It would have blocked her view, because I guess she could look at it from there. I didn't even think of that. So again, this is one of those situations where I think about it in the wrong way, but I get to the right solution. I guess. I wasn't even thinking of it like that. I was thinking that she just couldn't see from there, even with the door closed.
What? No way.
Oh, what's she doing now? But even if there were admittedly a few moments Gato was not keeping watch, how much would that really affect this case? I mean, it's a contradiction already. That's enough for me. That's enough for me. It would greatly affect the case. From the spot that Prosecutor Blackwell stood, he couldn't see at the dressing room door either. Anyone could have entered the dressing room during that time without being seen. Well done, Athena. On the pop of the balloon, that's actually a great touch. Athena! Why did you try to hide the fact that you weren't watching the dressing room? Did you see the double slap to the table? Great stuff.
Objection.
Hide the fact? Oh, what's he gonna push back with now? You speak as though you think she had something to do with the murder. Rather than deliberate deception, it was more likely a simple oversight, right, witness? You should let her speak.
Well,
She's so fabulous, man. She really is.
I was so shocked by what happened. I was just confused, that's all.
Even though she was trying to keep up a brave front as an entertainer, the truth is that she's being torn apart by grief. You can let her say that. For her mind to be in turmoil is hardly unexpected. Yes, it must be very difficult indeed. To a disciple, one's master is akin to a real parent. Surely her shock is immense. The way this lawyer tries to pin the blame on this poor soul at the first opportunity. All I can say is, defense attorneys are heartless creatures indeed. But that wasn't what I was trying to do. It's again, this is a very Nayuta thing to do. Again, I'm not saying that Nayuta is perfect or a fantastic lawyer, but he is really good at pushing his agenda and what he believes and what he wants everyone to believe into the court. He's very good at this. Is it beyond your comprehension, defense? Your unskilled argument is scarring this witness even further. And if we asked the people in this courtroom, I'm sure they would agree. What? The gallery doesn't get a say in this? They really do not. See, he's so used to Korean. Now, they probably will now, knowing this game. But he's just so used to in Korean, like, them getting to, like, say whatever they want. You know what I mean? In the gallery. Are you afraid to find out what they think ill of you? Or perhaps that you were in the wrong? Nayuta, I'm going to tell you this right now. This is already another uphill battle for our attorney. The gallery could be against Athena. Blackwell could look down on Athena a little bit. You can look down on Athena. The judge can look down on Athena. She's still going to fight back from this. Listen to him now with that keen sense of hearing you're so proud of.
He's right, that was harsh. She didn't have to go that far.
She didn't do that, though. I feel kind of sorry for the witness. And why is that lawyer's outfit so yellow? Stop.
No, I was just trying to find the truth.
See, this is one of the problems that, again, we've seen how efficient he is and how he's so good at pushing back with evidence. But we heard about this a million times as well, and we've seen it sometimes too. He's very good at manipulating the court's temperature. What if, like, again, from his perspective, he was able to do this? Athena reasonably says, why did you cover this up? Why did you lie? Basically. Any lawyer would ask this. And he turned it into an accusation. He turned it into, we're blaming this poor gal, this charismatic gal who's sweating, who's making all these balloon albums, who's an entertainer, who just lost someone they loved. Now all of a sudden Athena looks bad to the courtroom. Why is the whole gallery siding with Prosecutor Samedi? The people understand. They know what is right and what is wrong.
The lawyer's still in training, isn't she? Why is she all by herself?
No, stop that. I mean, she's still training, but she's more than capable. I hear the voices of the gallery. I can't hear the voices of their heart. It's so intense. I feel so alone up here, fighting by myself. It's so tough. It's so tough. And again, as we said last time, Apollo doesn't have to fight alone most times. Phoenix fought alone once, but he's like a 35-year-old lawyer who's done more crazy cases than you can shake a stick at. Are you afraid, child? It's ludicrous to come to trial with such a paltry preparation of the soul, and he knows as well. He knows that she's more inexperienced than Phoenix and Apollo. And again, as we said, he is great. I'm not saying I agree with it. He is good at changing the temperature to fit his needs in the courtroom. He's good at this. It's really frustrating, but it's supposed to be frustrating. I command you to leave this courtroom at once. No way. You're not bullying Athena like that, but I can't give up. Don't give up. I have to keep pressing on. And at least there's not a death penalty for a lawyer losing this time. So don't worry about that. As long as there was a moment when nobody is watching the dressing room door, the defendant can't be convicted solely on Prosecutor Blackwell and Gato's testimony. Tell him. Great, Athena. Fantastic. Even now, you would continue to resist. You are childish in defeat as well, I see. I'm not up for the count yet, Buster. I'm just getting started. Buster's a great insult. Well, it's not an insult. It's kind of like, you know, a great way to turn the demeaning language back at him. Despite your posturing, is it not true that your resolve could crumble at any moment? You want that to be true. With but a little push, you would surely succumb to despair. You want that to be true so badly. You want it to be true. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. He's trying his best to get us into a place where we feel this way. A little push, with this piece of conclusive evidence? Conclusive evidence, huh? That is correct. We found a critical piece of evidence of the crimes. Oh no. What is it? The victim's dying message? Which clearly implicates the accused Bucky Wet. How? Can I see a picture of this? Look at these Japanese playing cards known as karata, lined up on the table. The special English version of karata card spells out a message. That message, wet number 4. This music's beautiful, but holy hell. But How would he do that after he got strangled or while he was getting strangled? Wouldn't Wet have noticed this? If he did do it? You mean Wet Noodle number 4? Yes, Wet Noodle number 4 as the 4th head of the chef of Wet Soba is also known. This message points to none other than the accused Bucky Wet. No! That makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Wow, great job, Mr. Prosecutor.
It's a really great piece of evidence, but I'm wondering how he made this message in his dying moments. Did he know he was going to be killed? Was it a message for something else? Oh no, this is really, really bad. We can fight back against this. What do I do now? What do I do? Well, they're adding it to the court record at the very least. Crime scene report contains photos of the crime scene. The victim's dying message is clearly visible in them. How did he write this message, though? Does he have like an assumption of how he did it? You know what I mean? I think that'd be important, no? Like, how did he write this message? Yeah, he's not even saying how he wrote this message, because again, I don't understand. Maybe I'm just silly. Would you still carry on your futile fight in the face of irrefutable evidence? You can say whatever you want, but we won't know. That's so bad. It's cruel to give the accused false hope. Legitimately, again, this is what he does, and we heard he did this from the start, but this is the most extreme case of it he's ever done. He takes the courtroom, changes the temperature, funnels it to where he wants it to be. When we try to push back, he interrupts us right away. We were told from the beginning this is what he would do. You will only compound his suffering. And even now, how manipulative is that language too? Right? You are going to be the bad one in this. You are making him suffer. You accused Geru. You did this. You are being silly. Wise people of the courtroom, do you not agree? Again, this is so Crane. He's right, it's cruel to make him suffer on this conclusive evidence, Judge. What an incompetent noob. Again, he knows this type of... He knows what he's doing. Judge, you're not shutting up? But I'm trying to prove Mr. Wet's innocence here. This music is fantastic. It's so fantastic. It's like a feeling of like drama, intense. There's an intense nature to it, hopelessness. But yeah, this is a very Crane thing to do. But he also knows that the voices of all this of a bunch of people talking about you directly like this, oh, you're a noob, you're inexperienced, would get to your head. He knows what he's doing here. I know you can hear them, defense. Their voices implore you to save the accused soul. It's time for you to let it go and move on, you inexperienced lawyer. And everything goes back to that. You're inexperienced. Everything goes back to that. You lack the competence with which to accomplish anything meaningful here. It's so cruel. It's just hitting home and over and over and over and over again. It's so cruel. Is he right? Is this too much for me to handle on my own? Phoenix would not want you talking like this. Apollo would not want you talking like this. Trucy would not want you talking like this. See what I mean? Judge, shut them up. Horrible. Now, defense, leave everything to this humble servant of the Holy Mother. Silence? Wait. Silence? Oh my god. He's trying to use your keen sense of hearing against you to manipulate the trial, Athena. Are you serious? He's beside us? Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. What a cheap trick for a supposedly holy man. Simon. No way. No way. And you fopnoos in the gallery can't a man watch a trial in peace. Tell him. Tell him. If he joins us, if he stands beside us for this trial, this inexperienced amateur is about to turn the trial around. Oh my god. Black Will. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is incredible. Does the prosecutor really think she can turn things around? I'm smiling so freaking wide right now. The mood in the courtroom is starting to change. I can't. This is so great. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you doing at the defense's bench? I grew bored of watching him from the gallery. Oh my freaking god, what a great moment. What a superb freaking moment. And here's the thing. It doesn't invalidate Athena's skill. What it does for me is show someone's there to support her. Not only that, but Everyone has needed support. Apollo's needed support. Phoenix has needed support to finish trials. Right? Apollo literally needed Athena in the previous trial. What it showcases is that there's someone who believes, and maybe not fully believes in her, but like is there to support her in the courtroom. And also it's going to be a fair fight. Right? Because Athena was up against horrible situations here, horrible circumstances. And now we have the demon of the previous game supporting us this time around. Besides, if I were to leave this trial to the spring chick and lose my favorite soba shop in the process, I would quite cross. You tell yourself whatever you want to tell yourself. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. I just realized. Blackwell versus Nayuta as well. Blackwell versus Nayuta. Oh my god. Look at the freaking arms folded. To think he was so easily manipulated by his parlor tricks. And honestly, Blackwell, what Blackwell's saying here is so true in a way. While I wouldn't call them parlor tricks, he was trying to make us submit. He got the gallery against us. He made us seem like we accused the gal. The judge was against us. He was against us. It was making us feel less than. For Simon to stand beside us like this now, an incredible moment. Whatever happened to qualified and capable Athena? I just let my guard down a little bit, but it won't happen again. Sometimes you need a nudge. Sometimes you need that. In life, sometimes it's okay to get that support. Then gird up your loins and steel yourself a battle. Oh god, I'm not girding up anything in this skirt, but I am ready to get serious. This is a massive amount of support. Simon freaking Blackwell. It seems there is now yet another soul I must cast down into hell. Buddy, you ain't bullying Blackwell. It ain't happening. I was in prison for a long time, and hell sounds no worse than a cell, to be honest. Ah, but the fires of hell will not be the end of your suffering. For the sin you have just committed, you shall surely be reborn as a panda in your next life. You mean like endangered? White and black reverse okay. And you shall be put in a zoo to be exposed to public ridicule. A trait like that won't work on Prosecutor After all, he's already used to looking like a panda in this life. I love that Athena's calmed down, right? Because she was like struggling. And now she's calmed down now. Who are you calling a panda? Sorry. I see that you're both prepared to face the fires of damnation. Geru, thank you for your service. You may step down now. That's not my voice. Okie dokie, bye. So she's leaving? This is huge. This is such a huge moment. Because I thought what was going to happen was, does everything have to be about balloons with her? I thought it was going to be Athena versus Nayuta. Whether she wins or loses, she learns something doing this alone. That's what I thought was going to happen. But actually, what I think has actually changed about it was that there was such a bullying there. And I don't want to call it bullying maybe. It was just a very like, it's a bullying technique. It's a very aggressive technique to make her feel that she can't win this trial and to put her into submission and put an inexperience. I don't want to say she's inexperienced, but she's more inexperienced than Phoenix and Apollo into submission, so she feels like she can't do anything, right, by herself. What happened here was Simon showed up at that moment, and it didn't invalidate her as a lawyer. It showed her the same support that Apollo has gotten, that Phoenix has gotten, that every single lawyer we played at has gotten at one point or another. Support. It doesn't matter if it's from Pirtles, Mia, Phoenix himself, Apollo himself, Athena. Every lawyer deserves a bit of support in this game, especially when like it's this harrowing and everyone was against her. It doesn't invalidate her as a lawyer. It just showcases that like she's worthy of support. Now then, I have a witness prepared to testify about the Karuta cards. And who is the witness this time? So there's another witness? The first to discover the body and someone who witnessed the crime scene firsthand. Mr. Unedo Tornado? The time has come for that ponytail pair over to there to finally let it all go. At least we have a name for our team. Very well, let's bring this witness in then. So we're called the Ponytail Pair. What a name. Oh. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
I am the Rakugo storyteller, Unedo Tornado. Even if my performance isn't worth watching, I will certainly watch my words. I wouldn't want to say anything thoughtless and get arrested.
This music? The hair's pretty cool. Oh my god. That'd be Rockadodo. Oh my god. Why is everyone so fabulous? Oh my god, he's so cute. What the hell? This is adorable. And his eyebrows are beautiful.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. What amazing performance. He's leaving? No, let him. He's adorable. You can't leave it. You've already just introduced yourself. Oh my god, he's adorable. You need to stop this. The music, man. It's like a really charming plotting song. Are you a fan of my miss? Would you like my autograph? One moment. Oh my god, I'll take it. You're adorable. Thank you. I got it. I caught it. Don't hit Athena with it though, right? I think you're adorable, but you don't hurt Athena. That'd be the end of you.
What do you think you're doing? No need to stand on ceremony. My fan deserves a fan
After all. I'm sorry. Look at him. Oh my god. Why is he so like baby girl coded?
Why, but isn't Simon? How are you on this fine day, sir? Quite a dilly of a pickle we found ourselves in, wouldn't you say?
I don't believe I've ever seen you talk quite so much in it. So he's usually quiet?
Never performed in a place like this, you know. I got butterflies here, can't you see?
Oh my god. I can't. Why is this so adorable to me? Why is this so adorable? Why do I always get the weird ones? Honestly, Athena, he is very weird, but like, I feel like every person here so far has been fabulous. I think they're fabulous. Pardon me, witness. As much as I enjoy your banter, I believe we had better return to the case at hand.
I suppose you're right. In that case... I was promoted to Futasume yesterday and received the stage name of Unedo. The show was the way of celebrating my new name and middle rank standing.
Okay, come on, guys. This is the most fabulous witness they've ever had. The eyebrows, the eyeshadow, the pretending to smoke here, the blush. And then that happened.
I never dreamed something like that had happened, not in a million years. And just as I got my chance to start repaying my debt to Shisho too. You owed a debt to him? Yeah, plus I'm worried about Gyeru.
Oh no.
The way she clung to Shisho, poor thing. I told her to keep a stiff upper lip. Like, the thing is, as we always say in this game, we always like, we don't become desensitized towards death, but we do like understand we have a lot of death in these Ace Attorney games, and sometimes very horrible deaths. So like, it's one of those situations where when you see stuff like this, right, it drives home like this was someone who was like a living person who died, who people cared about, right? At the very least. And again, we don't know what happened here. We don't know the situation here. But as I said, I go into every situation trusting everybody while also not trusting everybody. Suspecting everybody while also not just like trying to damn everybody, if that makes sense. So when I see these tears, it's still one, even though she lied earlier, it's still one of those situations where like it drives home the reason what happened, like what this game is, you know? Stuff like rigor mortis.
Stiff like rigor mortis. Keep telling those lame jokes and Shisha will come scold you for the grave. I am sorry, but like... Wait, did he not say the joke? No, he did. This is a fabulous character. Fabulous.
I wouldn't mind getting yelled at, you know, if it meant seeing him again. That's really sad. Not sad in a kind of, that's weird, but sad in a kind of like, man, yeah, like some people feel that way. You know, when you have someone who like always like annoys you somewhat, and then they're no longer in your life and you're like, I wish they annoyed me, you know?
Unedo, please, as charming as your various characters are, so he's playing different characters? That's what's happening, okay.
This isn't a Rakugo stage. Let us see your testimony now, witness. I don't know. I think we need to see some more. Do another character. Tell the court about the evidence left at the scene. The proof of the accused's guilt. Shisho's dying message. I noticed Shisho's dying message right away. The stiff cards were right there to the next to the stiff. Oh wow. I nearly stumbled over those words, but he's saying the stiff cards were right next to the stiff. Oh my god. Hey now, enough with the silly puns already. He's doing different characters. Calvin, you're just letting him get away with this because he's adorable. How did you... You know what, guys? Let's stop bringing in facts into this debate with me. Okay? But Calvin, you would tell other people to stop doing this type of stuff if they weren't adorable. Look, listen, stop bringing facts into this. I'm so sick of you guys bringing facts into an argument with me. Okay? just accept how adorable this character is. Okay? Please. Okay? I find a gorgeous character who's also adorable. Who's so, like, adorable coded. And you guys ruined this for me. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky. Send Bucky away. No, I'm joking. We can't do that. we can't do that. We cannot do that. Look at this, though. That was the master's final message left as he was drowning in a soba bath. It's so like Shisho to not write Bucky's name outright. Plain and simple, wasn't his style. So, okay, we have to look over the statement, all those statements again. We'll get a chance in a minute, too. That was certainly more entertaining testimony because it's a bunch of different characters, I suppose. The variety of characters performed by the witness was absolutely splendid. But he shouldn't be performing any characters in the first place, Your Honor. Guys, Athena's right. She's so correct. You know what I mean? I'm getting a kick out of it because they're an adorable, pretty character. But, like, she's so correct. She's so right. And remember, the murder weapon hasn't been determined yet because we need to get a feel for who they are as a person as well. She's so correct. We need to snap out of this. So how can you just say the victim was drowned in a soba bath? So that's why he thinks he was drowned. It's obvious. All you have to do is look at the crime scene. I don't think that... How would you drown without... Didn't he not make a noise? He was found with his face shoved in a bowl. It's only natural to assume he was drowned in the broth for noodles, but I feel like you would hear the noise, right? I feel like you would. Except we're not here to assume things, Neto, so please stick to just the facts. My, it's so like Soba Chief to kill someone this way, wouldn't you say? What? I keep saying Chief Chef. Again, he's so adorable, but he's saying all this like really harrowing things. And with the character message he left behind, it's clear Bucky Wet did it. Setting aside the issue of the murder weapon for now. The dying message certainly does seem to be irrefutable evidence. It's not irrefutable. You can't prove that someone wrote the message themselves without actual evidence. Indeed, it proves the absolute guilty. No, it doesn't. It does not. It does not, Nyuta. It does not. Even I gotta admit that I can't see how that message could mean anything else. Someone else could have wrote it. Easily. Bucky used the soba for the deed, all to get back at his soba shop deed. Again, the rhymes. Look at all the stuff he's sitting on as well. This testimony makes Mr. White look super guilty. I have to do something. That's his conclusive evidence? What a farce. I agree. I don't think it'd be conclusive until you can prove for sure that he wrote the message. What do you mean, Simon? What's this? I thought you said you weren't planning on asking me for help. We should probably ask Simon for help anyway. I did, and I won't thank you very much. Simon was found an inconsistency in the testimony. I mean, that's good. Yeah, honestly, that's a really great way of looking at it from Athena. Like, instead of asking for help all the time, which we are going to get help from 100%, getting help inadvertently is kind of like, oh, if Simon knows something's wrong, something is wrong. I better listen carefully and try to see what he found. I'm not quite sure here. The only thing that we disagree with is we disagree with the drowning aspect heavily, which would be... Which one was the drowning one? Master's final message, you left it, you're drowning in a sober. So let's press this one and see what he says. So the victim lined up those cards in his final moments. How can you be so certain that's how it went down? I don't get how you drown in a soba bowl and then send a message afterwards. How does that work? I know Shisho, he would never let someone get the last word in on him, even in death, but that doesn't make any sense. How would he do it? With his face in the soba broth and his consciousness fading away, he left him. What? No. This is we have to prove this wrong beyond a shadow of a doubt. The reason this is so wrong is that if you had your last energy while you're drowning in a soba bowl, wouldn't you like get out of the soba bowl or move the soba bowl? Like, that's like having your head in the bathtub and someone's drowning you. Knowing that you're in the bathtub, you can move your arms, and instead of pushing yourself off the bathtub, you go, I better write a message before I die. No. Sorry, buddy. It's the only way it could have happened. Wait, the only way? Now you're just speculating. Look, a dying message is something you leave as you're dying, right? I saw a scene like that in a detective show. Oh, no, you doesn't like that? Whenever we have a saying in my country, silence is more precious than diamonds. Please do not speak any more than is necessary. This is actually true. One of the things they said in one of my favorite animes is like actually a really great thing one of the detectives said that actually always like stuck with me is when he's like, the hardest person to interrogate is the one that says absolutely nothing. If you say nothing, they can get nothing out of you. In certain circumstances, of course. But talking is my livelihood, you know. You're very good at it. You're very good at it. I talk all the time. This and that, truths and untruths. I can't stop myself from talking. Me. Not the untruths part, but me. I can't stop myself from talking. Hopefully he'll stick to the truths without any of those untruths. I agree. So do we have anything we can present on that statement? Well, we can press this as well, but I want to... Do we have anything we can present on the statement? Could we say that maybe he, like... He's not in the bowl, he pushed it over, maybe? Could we say that? And by the way, they never said drowning in this as well. They said suffocation. That's what interests me. Suffocation wouldn't be drowning. Drowning and suffocation is two different things. So we could try present this as well. Like, he died through suffocation, not through drowning. Right? That's what happened. But also the bowl is turned over here as well. We could try present this. Objection! Your Honor, the witness statement Okay, this is wrong. Well, let us ask that panda over there what he thinks. Is there really a contradiction here, oh noble panda? You see what he's doing here as well? Even though we're still up against him when we continue this trial, he's bypassing us, disrespecting Simon, while also disrespecting us by bypassing us at the same time too. No, there is no contradiction. And there you have it. If Mr. Panda says there is none, then it must be true. Okay, we can try the report. Oh my god. You know, nice panda. He's not even like saying anything to us. He's actually just like, you know, giving us like a you made me look silly. We can try and present this too, because again, it didn't say, yeah, it's cause of death suffocation. It's not drowning. Objection! There we go. Yeah. He did not. I've seen enough Criminal Minds and criminal shows, and I watched CSI religiously as a kid to know that, and yes, I did watch it as a kid. We only had 2 channels, and you watch whatever's on. Once 9 o'clock hits, you watch Desperate Housewives, and you watch the reruns of CSI from Miami and Vegas and New York. Okay? You watch what you have. We grew up on CSI because we only had 2 channels for a long time. There's a contradiction. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is suffocation and drowning would be under different things. Suffocation, I feel like, would be like taking your air away from you, where drowning is when water fills in your lungs, right? Right? That's what drowning is. And would you care to explain where Miss Sykes? Oh, widget time? Certainly, Your Honor. According to the autopsy report, nothing unusual was found in the victim. Oh, so yeah. We could have read it. But no, it's fine. It worked out anyway. Yeah, there we go. Cool. It does say that, doesn't it? Oh, he's drinking his tea. Don't sweat, okay? You just made a mistake. If he had drowned in a bowl of soba, then there should have been soba broth in his lungs. Again, it's one of those situations where we had the right answer, but I don't think I was wrong. I think it's one of those situations where she just went at it from a different angle. But yeah, she had the actual evidence. But since there wasn't any, it means the victim was suffocated with something other than soba broth. What? Now, this music's great, by the way. And that freaking reaction with the tea spitting up in the air. Now, maybe I could be wrong. Let me know, because I always thought suffocation is different from drowning. I think if someone dies through suffocation, they'd say suffocation. I think suffocation is when there's no air entering your body. Drowning is when water is filling your lungs. I could be wrong. Maybe I don't remember the CSI stuff when I was a kid. Maybe I don't remember that much. Maybe I just remember Horatio putting on the glasses. This is a contradiction you noticed, isn't it, Simon? Not bad. Not bad at all. For him to say that, that's huge. I guess I showed you. That must feel so good for Athena as well. But if drowning in the soba broth wasn't the cause of death, then when was the victim's face thrust into that bowl? He could have fallen into the bowl, right? So, before his murder... Yeah, I'm thinking after. This music is so triumphant. It's so like 80s as well. It feels like we're like an action hero. After, look at it, this is music. After he was suffocated, he could fall into the bowl easily. I think it could easily happen that way. Because no soba broth was discovered in the victim's lungs. His head must have been placed in the bowl after he was killed. And that's when the soba broth must have been spilled into the cards. Yeah. In other words, the victim could not have lined up the cards as he was drowning. I see. So it was done after he was already dead. But why would the culprit do such a thing? To make it look that way, maybe? I'm afraid I don't know yet. Objection. Oh. Already an objection? We were on a roll there and the music just stops. You boast of psychological expertise, yet you cannot determine a simple motive. My sides are liable to split at the absurdity. What? And I suppose you know why? Of course, desecrating the body in that manner indicates a strong sense of enmity on the part of the perpetrator. Yes, that does make sense. It certainly paints a clear picture of the culprit's intense feelings towards the victim. Sure, but to me it depicts someone trying to make it look like they died in a bowl of soba. I think we don't need to go too deep into this part. You know? If things resent all the steps of the... No, don't let him do this. He's turning it back around already. And he's very good at doing this. He's turning it back around to the deed. Just great. Now the judge has an even more unfavorable impression of Bucky. Silence. He's silenced. Oh, sorry, it's Blackwell. Must you come undone at every juncture? If the culprit had time enough to set up Master Teno's body, do you think they would have honestly failed to notice the dying message? Blackwell, so smart. So smart, Blackwell. Good point. The cards were right in front of his body after all. Rationally speaking, there's no way the culprit could have missed that. Objection. Oh my god. But was the accused rational at the time, given the way he stormed out of the room? Again, it's like he's so good at, like, even though I don't agree with him fully, he's so good at just, like, taking whatever we say. Like, we present, like, a trap card, and he has something to negate it already. Silence. Oh my god, we're going, like, triangle motion here. Never mind that, I have something more important to ask Gunedo. Me? You saw the cards firsthand, did you not? Would you care to tell us about them in a bit more detail? Is this going to be another testimony? Those tiny crime scene photos show us precious little of what I wish to know. Well, those cards are from the Shinsho special soba scenes of Tokyo's past set. Each card is related in some way to soba. So adorable. Spare me the history lesson. Just let's tell me how the cards looked at the scene and no more. Well, there was a soba broth spill all over them. That's not much help, I'm afraid. Prosecutor Samadi, do you have a photo that shows the cards more clearly? Does he? I do. Please accept this meager offering, Your Honor. Oh, wow. Oh, they're cute. They're cute cards. Wavy hand equipment. Traditional, nostalgic, ouch 4. So it's wet 4. Yeah. Well. Tearing prosecutor's sides amongst conclusive evidence apart should be a breeze with this, yeah? Huh? Don't tell me you haven't noticed. Don't be silly, of course I have. Not noticed anything, but I can't exactly say it now, can I? I love that she's like in competition with Blackwell as well. Card to cards, so we have to maybe look at this deeper. Card to cards in the victim's dressing rooms, they spell out wet number 4. Miss Sykes, do you really see a problem with the prosecution's claim about these cards? Well, go on then. He's loving this as well. All right, it's do or die. All I have to do is study the picture and... These cards were rearranged, contain a contradiction, were kind of a riddle? I'm not entirely sure what we can say here. Should we look at the picture more? What are we supposed to be looking at here? Is the shadow a stain? If the shadow is a stain on the cards, then there should be more stains on some of these cards. Right? Like, the T makes sense. The E makes sense. But why is the N so not covered? And why is the ouch not covered either? But the 4 is completely covered, and the wavy make the W and T make sense to me. E makes sense to me. Kind of. No, I think it's maybe they're moved around. It's like a jigsaw piece, a puzzle. Maybe they're rearranged. If that is a stain. But how can you tell? I'm thinking it's the stains, but I could be wrong. Please take a good look at these cards, Your Honor. The answer's right in front of us. Where exactly should we be looking, Miss Sykes? The soba brought stains. Yeah. Please focus your attention on the soba brought stains on these cards. The outline of these stains don't match up with the larger stain on the table. Would you look at that? You're absolutely right. And? Please recall that the soba broth was spilled and got on the cards after the murder, when the victim's face was placed in the bowl. Yes, go on. By the stains, we can see that the culprit deliberately rearranged the cards after that. In other words, this message was altered in order to pin the crime on my client. What? Then if we put the cards back in their original positions, we can restore the evidence and see what the cards are really pointing towards. That's true. Oh my god, Athena, that's your first time to get him frustrated. It's a big deal. Then what are we waiting for? Let's do this. All I have to do is rearrange the cards so the stains can match up. Do we do it ourselves? Very fun. Very fun. Let's see where this W card was originally. So no, it's actually, I thought the W was in the right way. Here. The H card is next. H card would be here. Now the E card, which will be up here. I don't think they need to do the text every time. This is really fun. The T card, which would be down bottom here, right? This is so fun. This is such a fun idea. The N card, which would be over here. See, I thought the T was in the right place, but actually I was very wrong. Then there's an O, which would have been here. Owen? Owen? What was the name of the guy again? The adorable guy. Unedo, okay. Owen, his name is? Owen 4th? Is that what Owen 4th? Owen 4th. What does Owen 4th mean? So the message wet number 4 was originally supposed to say Owen 4th. And this original message is our clue to the identity of the culprit. What? Great freaking stuff. That indignant look on Prosecutor Salmon. Oh my god. It's positively priceless. This is absurd. I love Blackwell loving seeing somebody like on the ropes. It wasn't wet number 4. Maybe the lawyer is smarter than we thought. Maybe you should just keep your opinion to yourself. That'd be a good idea. Oh, you shut them up now that they're admitting they're wrong. Interesting. Order in the court. Well, I never would have imagined that there was more to these cards than meets the eye. Card to cards updated in the court record. Such a good move here from, and such a great moment, I think, between Athena and Simon. Instead of like Simon giving away the answers completely to Athena, what Athena did was like notice that something was up. Simon knew something was wrong with these cards, and Simon knew that something was wrong with this before as well. So she was able to ascertain it by looking at the picture. So in a way, he's like not fully giving her the full advice of what to do here. She's still kind of like getting a little bit of a help and a little bit of a nudge, while also like figuring this stuff out for herself too. And I think it's a great dynamic between the two of them. And also I love the dynamic of Blackwell loving getting back at somebody for calling him a panda. Not necessarily. What does his own 4th mean? Well, we don't know, right? We don't know. Wait, am I? Who else is supposed to provide an explanation? Of course it's you. But I hadn't thought that far ahead yet. Change the cards around all you'd like, but if you cannot explain what a message means, then it's worth. No, it's not worthless. It changes the dying message from the name of the person you're trying to accuse. It's not worthless at all. No, it's not. Athena, it's not worthless. It's not even nearly worthless. We literally just made it not the accused. And so the spring chick that fancies herself a graceful swan is back down to earth. I have to do something, but what? Still your thoughts for a second. There's a perfectly good witness to question over there. I love this type of advice that Blackwell is giving. Right? It's very Blackwell, and it's a different dynamic than we're used to seeing altogether. It's not just like, don't lose hope, which we love too. We love that friendship aspect with the other characters. It's Blackwell being very kind of like direct and forceful. And Athena already being kind of like a beautifully aggressive character too. She's actually responding to it like very well. Oh, right. That's a good idea. Come on, Athena. Get a hold of yourself. 100%. Uneno, does the phrase own 4th mean anything to you? No, there's no one named Owen in the Tornado family or in our circle of friends. Go ahead, ask anybody you'd like. You can't be serious. Having rummaged through your empty mind, I see you have as expected, turned up nothing.
Silence!
Oh my god, I love when he silences Nagita, it's so good. I'm afraid I have no idea who the devil Owen 4th is either. Oh my god. I love he's like, bam! I have no idea who that is. But the fact remains the cards are rearranged to pin the blame on Mr. Wet. He's so correct, that's what we said. That in itself proves the defendant isn't the real culprit. 100%. The double tap! Prosecutor Blackwell is right. And guys, I think we'll see what happens now. Besides, the important question here is not who does the message point to, but rather who rearranged the cards. Absolutely correct. Why didn't you point that out here if you already knew? Sorry. Athena, you got this. In any case, there were 2 opportunities for someone to rearrange the cards. I love the dynamic of like Blackwell kind of encouraging her in his own weird way. Like, it's almost like she's feeding off the energy of Blackwell sometimes. In any case, there were 2 opportunities for someone to rearrange the cards. The first was when Mr. Wet entered the dressing room, and the second was when Unedo discovered the body. Are you accusing me of rearranging the cards? Me, who came up to testify the goodness of my own heart, it's the goodness of his heart. Well, you didn't exactly come running out screaming straight away, did you? Blackwell, even a mere 2 or 3 minutes is more than enough time to get up to some devilry, I agree. So what exactly were you doing in there, Unedo? Oh, he's gonna do the spit take again? No? Put down the tea and spit out your answer. Mr. Prosecutor, what's a guy supposed to do at a time like this?
Silence is more precious than diamonds, witness. Therefore, you need only stay silent.
Nayuta is like employing really dirty tactics, right? They're smart tactics, but they're dirty.
The defense is devious. They are waiting for you to make a slip of the tongue.
Oh, I see. So that's what they're after, is it? In that case, Your Honor, I've decided not to say another word.
Oh my god, pleading the fifth? Very well, after all, your right to remain silent is protected by law.
Lord Prosecutor Blackwell, any other brilliant ideas you'd like to share?
Oh my god. Did you hear that, Sykes Stono? A rocket goddess is afraid to speak. Whoever's heard of such a thing?
Are you trying to taunt him into talking? This is legitimately like such a crazy battle, right? The tension between these two, Nayuta and Simon Blackwell, is crazy.
Such a petty trick will never work.
That's right. I'm not going to fall for it.
I'm only asking to hear your story. Besides, it's not your job to tell your tales if there's an audience to listen.
Oh my god, is the pressure on him? Even so, I have a right to refuse to answer.
The more you keep quiet, the more we want you to talk. That's simple human nature. Is he literally trying to encourage him, like, to be a performer? Isn't that right? People of the... Blackwell's using Nayuta's own thing against him. So smart. So smart. The public pressure. So smart. Even with this wonderful audience in front of you, you still refuse to talk? If so, then perhaps you chose the wrong line of work, my friend.
Are you saying I should quit because I'm not afraid to speak my mind, I'll have you know? Never mind what I just said. It is scary to talk, it's absolutely terrifying. But no, as a rocket artist, I must talk. If I don't, how am I ever to show my face on stage again?
That's Simon Black was so smart. Goaded him into talking again. Oh my god. He used the same thing, the same dirty tactic, and it's turnabout's fair play. He used the same dirty tactic against Nayuta that Nayuta used against us. Public pressure. He tried to make Athena fold from public pressure, and we did the same thing to Unedo. So freaking smart. Guys, that's going to end the video here, and we're going to come back in the next one and see the rest of Unedo's testimony. This is so far one of the most like flamboyant and off the wall trials we've done, just in terms of characters. Like, we already have, like, you know, this wild Bucky Wet. We have the new rival between Simon Blackwell and Nayuta Samadi, which is actually a fantastic dynamic. Like, having two like very like hardened prosecutors against each other, and also the way that like Simon and Athena's relationship is really worked here as well. Is that, and as I said earlier, I love the way he's kind of like encouraging her through like a different method. She's kind of feeding off his energy sometimes. She's being encouraged through his sternness, I feel like. And it's working really well for her character as well. And she's like, you know, really progressing really well during this too. And I love just like sometimes this triangle, the way they're doing things, where since Athena's lacking confidence because it was shook at the start of this, even though she deserves to have confidence, but she's also an aggressive person in a funny way. Like, she's very forward. The double tap at the table. She is very aggressive herself, as I'm saying. So she says something. Somebody pushes back. Then Simon pushes back on him. Then Athena says something. And then Simon says something. And then Nayuta pushes back at him. And then Simon pushes back at him. Like, it's such an aggressive trial between all three of these characters, and I love it. Different aggression, too. And again, as I said, the dynamic. I love the way Athena sometimes is, like, on the ropes, and she's like, oh, maybe I failed this. Maybe I got this wrong. And then Blackwell's like, bro, are you giving up? Which sets off something in Athena's brain to go, no. Oh, wait, Simon must have seen this, so that means this must be that. And she's using, like, Simon's, like, kind of rudeness as a way to ascertain that he knows something. Like, for example, if Simon goes like, oh, you're giving up? You mean you didn't see the contradiction here? There's a contradiction in the pictures. It's so smart. It's such a smart way of doing it. Right now, what we have to prove is that it wasn't Wet that did this. But that would mean that it would have to be beautiful Onedo Tenedo or fabulous Gero Tenedo. Tenedo? Like Tenedo? Tenedo?
So no matter what, like if we win this trial here right now, right, then we're sending either, unless there's like another, secret witness, but we're either sending, it's a crime. We're sending fabulous or beautiful, It's a crime. There should be like a thing where one beautiful person gets off the crime every once in a while. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. I think the trial is very aggressive. And I think it's one of the most aggressive and forward and punchy trials in just terms of like how many objections are happening, how many things are flying across from each other. The crux of this whole thing is this person was suffocated. We have to find out why he was suffocated, who suffocated him, and who saw it, all this stuff. I don't think we've dented the trial fully yet. We still have a lot more to go, but I'm excited to see where else this will go in the future as well. What else can we say about this trial before we go? I think that the character designs are great. I think that it's so great bringing Simon back. I think that this trial already has a very to me, it's all about like bringing up Athena, and I think it's a really great thing as well. We're seeing Athena like grow as a lawyer during this trial. We're seeing her be again, hopefully gain more confidence by the end of this too. I also love the fact that Simon Blackwell is actually a good counter to Nayuta's manipulation.
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
So Nayuta's like very good at like changing, as you said, the temperature in the court. So is Blackwell. You're talking about one of the most forceful prosecutors in history in Simon Blackwell up against one of the most forceful prosecutors in history as well in Nayuta. This is literally the irresistible force meeting the immovable object. And we have Simon on our side, which again, such a great dynamic. It's going to be so interesting. I have no idea where this is going to go. I have no idea who killed who, but I know that there was a murder. Thank you guys for watching this. Thank you guys for supporting this series. Thank you guys for always being incredible, as always. I want to say thank you to my patrons at the highest tier, Ty Farrar 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuled, Radish, Anusta, Yassassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Selson, Liam, High Kasperian, Jared Beanham, Neo Sharite, and at the highest tier on my YouTube, RollGamma7, Blasco, and Musanagi. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.